class 109. Today is Monday, March 16th, 2020, and today we're going to be doing AHA Grammar, page 108. So pause the video, open your AHA Grammar 1 student book to page 108, and then we will begin, okay? So pause if you have to. Okay, so we're starting with Unit 24. It is, and then we follow it with the time, or the weather, or the season. Okay? So let's practice. When we say the time, we say, it is 2 o'clock. Or we can say, it is 12 o'clock. We can also do the same thing with the weather. So we can say, it is sunny. And then we can say, it is windy. All right? And the last one, we can do it with the season. It is spring. It is winter. Okay? So look at this again if you have to, but we're going to move on to the next part, okay? So the next part says, it is 2 o'clock. So you say after me, it is 2 o'clock. It is 7 o'clock. It is 12 o'clock. Okay, let's move on to the weather. It is sunny. It is rainy. It is windy. All right, let's move on to the seasons now. It is spring. It is fall. It is winter. Okay, so if you have to, look at this again, practice on your own. We're going to move on to the next page, page 109, okay? All right, let's just fold this so you can see it better. Perfect. So now, look and write. So we have all these pictures, and we have to put the right letter to each picture, okay? So number 1, well, the time is 2 o'clock, right? So if we go to E, it is 2 o'clock, okay? Now let's move on to number 2. Well, what does the picture look like? We see the sun, so we can say that it is sunny, right? So make sure to put A, the letter A, for number 2, because of the sun. It is sunny. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This picture, we have 2 kids playing in the leaves. What season do the leaves turn brown and come off the tree? What season is that? That is fall. So for number 3, make sure to put the letter C. It is fall, okay? Do that for number 3, C. Let's go to number 4. Ooh, it looks like it's gonna rain. It looks like it's raining. It's cloudy, it's dark. So we can say, for number 4, the letter B, it is rainy. It is rainy for number 4. And then number 5, look at all the flowers. What season do all the flowers come out? In the spring. So for number 5, let's write, it is spring, the letter D. So put the letter D right there. And then the last one, what time is that? That is 12 o'clock. So let's put the letter F. It is 12 o'clock for number 6. Okay? Number 6, it is 12 o'clock. F. So if you have to, redo this one to make sure you have the right answers. But we are going to move on to B. Okay? So for B, look and write. So if you look at the example, it is cloudy. Lots of clouds in the sky. So let's do number 2. When we write the weather or the time or the season, we always say it is summer. Okay? It is summer. Let's go to number 3. Well, when we say the time, we always say it is 5 o'clock. It is 5 o'clock. Let's go to number 4. It is snowy. It is snowy. Let's do number 5. It is winter. It is winter. And then we'll finish with number 6. It is 10 o'clock. It is 10 o'clock. Excuse me. All right, so make sure you have the right answers for this part. We're going to move on to page 110. I'm just going to get a drink. Hold on. Okay, so if you look at page 110, we are starting with look and write. So if you look at number 1, is it rainy? Yes, it is. So when we ask the question about the season or the weather or the time, we always do it backwards. We say, is it rainy? And then we answer with, it is. Okay? So for number 2, we're going to write, is it 7 o'clock? Is it 7 o'clock? And then we write, yes, it is. So it's backwards at first. We do, is it 7 o'clock? Because it's a question. And then when we answer the question, we say, yes, it is. Okay? So that's number 2. Let's move on to number 3. Same thing. Is it spring? And then for the answer, we do, yes, it is. Okay? Is it spring? Yes, it is. All right? Number 4. Same thing. Is it winter? And then for the answer, we have no, it isn't. Okay, so when the answer is no, what we're going to write instead is, the answer now becomes no, it isn't. Okay? I-S-N apostrophe T. So when the answer is no, we say no, it isn't. Okay? And when it is, we say yes, it is. Okay? So for number 4, it says, is it winter? And the answer is no, it isn't. And then you say it is summer. Okay? So, is it winter? No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It is summer. Okay, let's try number 5. Number 5 says, is it cloudy? No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It is snowy. Let's go to number 6. Is it 1 o'clock? No, it isn't. It is 2 o'clock. Okay, so rewatch that section if you have to get the right answers. But we're going to move on now to D. So pause if we're going too fast. This is D. So you have to look at the picture and match the right thing. So if you look at number 2, those are leaves that are brown. What season is that? That is fall. So for number 2, we write, it is fall. It is fall. Let me write that on the board. So number 2. Number 2, it is fall. Okay, it is fall. Number 3, look at the lines in the sky. That means it's windy. Okay, windy. It is windy. Okay, it is windy. Number 4, we're looking at a time. That is 1 o'clock. The little hand is on the 1, so that is 1 o'clock. It is 1 o'clock. Okay? It is 1 o'clock. There you go, 1 o'clock. So pause the video to make sure you have the right answers, but we are going to move on to the next page, 111, okay? So, if you look at 111, this one's easy. You guys can do this one by yourself. Read and write. Well, we're talking about a season and saying what season it is. So we're going to say, it is spring. I like spring. I can see beautiful flowers. Now the weather, it's sunny. It is sunny. I like sunny days. I can play outside. Okay, now we're talking about a time. It is 12 o'clock. It is lunchtime. I like lunchtime. I can eat lunch. Okay, so rewind the video to watch that, but you should be able to do this by yourself. Now, I want you guys to try and do B, unscramble the sentences. So try that by yourself, pause the video, and then I will do it with you, okay? So pause. Okay, welcome back. Let's get the correct answers for B. So the first one says, is it sunny? And we are asking a question, and we know that when we are not asking a question. So when we are saying the weather, the time, or the season, it's always the same. So this is 1. It is sunny. Okay? It is sunny. It's always the same when we're saying the sentence and not a question. It is sunny. Let's go to number 2. Number 2, spring is it. So for this one, again, we're saying a sentence. We're saying it is spring. Okay? Number 3, it 12 o'clock is, we always follow the same formula. It is 12 o'clock. Alright? And number 4, is it lunchtime? If you're asking a question, you say, is it lunchtime? But this is not a question, so it is lunch time. Okay? It is lunchtime. So pause the video to make sure you have the right answers, because we are going to move on to the next part of the video. Okay? So pause. Okay. Now what we're doing is we're doing the review. Okay? So we have to look and write. So if we look at number 1, you can jump. Okay? So we're going to be doing the can or the can't, and then you have to put in the action that they're doing. So if we look at number 2, he looks like he is trying to skate, but he can't because he's sitting down. So we're going to say, he can't skate. He can't skate. That is the answer for number 2. He can't skate. Okay? If we look at number 3, the monkey is climbing the tree. So we're going to say, it can climb. It can climb. That's number 3. Moving on to number 4. They look like they are crawling. They cannot walk, so we say they can't walk. They can't walk. All right? And number 5, she is cooking, so we can say she can cook. She can cook. Number 6, this person is trying to write, but they cannot. So we say, I can't write. I can't write. Okay? Now, pause the video to make sure you have all of this right, and then we're going to move on to B. So B, you have to read and write can or can't with the verb. So circle means can, X means can't. So I want you guys to pause the video and see if you can do 1 to 5 by yourself, and then we'll do it together, okay? So pause. Okay, welcome back. So let's get those answers. Number 1 is already done for us. She can swim. Number 2, we have an X, so can't, and the verb is sing. So number 2, he can't sing. He can't sing. Let's go to number 3. The circle means you can. They can play soccer. They can play soccer. Number 4. Okay, number 4. It, and the X means no, so it can't. It can't walk. It can't walk. Number 5. The circle means can play the guitar. I can play the guitar. I can play the guitar. So pause the video to make sure you have the right answers, and then we're going to move on to the next part of the video, okay? So pause. All right. If we look at C, look and write. Can he ride a bike? No, he can't. So this is really easy. Look at the people. So can they play soccer? And they can, so we say yes, they can. So that is the answer for number 2. Can they play soccer? Yes, they, because we're using they can. So let's go to number 3. Can this person do that? Yes. So, can you play the piano? Yes, I can. You can say I or you. You can say yes, I can because she is answering, or we can say yes, you can because he is answering. Both those answers are right. But can you play the piano? Yes, you can. Number 4, can she skate? No, she can't. Because she can't. She's sitting down. Make sure you use she. Can you fly? No, you can't. Okay, so make sure you use can't. No, you can't. Can it jump? Yes, it can. Okay, so rewind the video to make sure you have all of these right. Rewind, correct your work. Then we're going to move on to the last part. So for the last, pause the video if you have to. Okay, so D, look and write. Well, first we have to say the season, the weather, the time, and then the season, weather, and time for the next one. So I want you to try to do this on your own, and then we will correct together, okay? So pause. Okay, let's correct the work. So the first one is already done. It is winter. Now number 2 is asking for the weather. So for number 2, we always do the same thing. Number 2, it's always it is snowy because there is snow outside, okay? It is snowy. Now let's look at the time. If we look at the clock on the wall, it is 12 o'clock. So we're going to say it is 12 o'clock. Now let's move on to number 4. We're going with the season. Now, what season do the leaves turn brown? Fall. So we're going to say it is fall. Okay. Number 5, the weather. It looks very windy. So we're going to say it is windy. And the last one, the time. The little hand is at 6 o'clock. It is 6 o'clock. So pause the video to make sure you have all of these answers right. And then that is all we have to do for today, guys, okay? If you have any questions, call or email the school and we will help you. And I will see you guys tomorrow, okay? Bye, guys.